You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome. Happy now past Thanksgiving. Your post-giving. This is Tyler and Dave and Ian play old games. Tadpog. Ian is silent. Coming to you. We'll be talking about probably some Thanksgiving stuff, even though Thanksgiving was last week now.
Man, it was so great, guys. I had such a wonderful Thanksgiving.
It was delicious.
Oh, it was so fun. I found all that money in that sack under the bench.
I know, right?
And it changed my fucking life. I don't even know what I'm doing here anymore. But
Because it was just for the money.
it was solely for the money. And now I can
Those fat
now
stats.
I feel free. I can just say whatever I want. Like fuck Super Nintendo. Fuck it. Right up its fucking ass. Fuck it. I hate it.
Yeah.
Genesis. I'm a Genesis guy now.
Come on, Elon, give it to us.
I found $25,000 under a bench in the park. I'm a Genesis guy now. It's life changing.
Yeah, that's definitely enough to stop doing everything.
I love
right?
Alex Kidd. So yeah, it was a good Thanksgiving. How was y'all's Thanksgiving?
Oh, wonderful.
Good.
Wonderful. No family drama at all. Just
Yeah.
everything went
Good.
Sugar-free.
perfectly.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that's probably not so great because it's also carbs, right?
Yeah.
There's a shitload of sugar
Not
in
at all.
carbs, right? So,
Yep.
and that's pretty much what Thanksgiving is, except for the meat, right?
Good old turkey and green bean Thanksgiving.
I mean, turkey's good. Can you go hog on the gravy?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, there'll be flour and
There's
carbs
carbs
and
and
gravy. It's everything. So, as basically,
pork rinds. It's a pork rinds Thanksgiving.
basically, whenever I talked to a dietitian about it, it was just like, all you have to do is this isn't too bad. Just lose some weight.
That's good.
Pretty much just automatically fix itself. So, and just the more you can just do mild exercise, just take a walk after you eat, and you'll be a lot better.
That's great.
So, just keep it's like, okay, I can do that. So, if I eat Thanksgiving, then I'll just go take a walk. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be okay.
Eight, you mean?
Eight.
You ate Thanksgiving
I
and you
ate
took a
Thanksgiving.
walk.
I ate it
walk.
and I walked.
Because it is definitely the week after Thanksgiving right now.
100%. We're recording this in the past.
Yes.
time to talk about Christmas.
You hear that? Pretend I
Boy,
have jingle bells.
That Black Friday, that Black Friday was crazy,
Oh
though, wasn't
boy.
it?
I got so many great gifts for you guys.
Me too. I
guys are
stood
gonna-
in line all
You
night.
guys are going to fucking love these.
I
Big
ate,
screen Alex Kidd money TVs I bought for all of you.
I ate a big Thanksgiving and then walked to the mall and stood in line at the Best Buys
Yeah.
to make sure I got all the best deals,
Yeah. Have you
which
ever
I
done that?
totally did. No,
No.
No.
That sounds awful.
it's got to be awful.
It's got to be
My
awful.
wife's family, they used to go do that. That used to be
that's
a thing
right.
every
Yeah,
year.
I remember you saying that
Holy
now.
moly. They made a day of it.
Yeah, I think you have to, right?
Make trips. Like they went for the big deals to stand in line at like 4 a.m, load up on that, bring that shit home. It's like trick-or-treating when you're a kid. You go out, hit this neighborhood, that neighborhood, whatever, then bring your shit back, start over. That's what they would do on Friday.
Do they
Black
bring
Friday.
little McDonald's pails of a ghost and a witch and a
Yeah.
pumpkin?
Definitely.
I like those.
It's what they carry all their coupons in.
Yeah, a coupon pail. A coupon?
Coupon, as my mother says.
Coupon?
It's a coupon. Spelled Q-PON.
Right, yeah. Like a Q-tip.
Exactly. Pretty much the same thing.
coupon.
Yeah.
It's tomato.
Coupon.
It's tomato tobacco, really.
Well, what have you guys been up to?
Aside from that sweet Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
Not a lot.
you've been watching stuff?
A little bit. Haven't watched a whole lot. I'm still on Doom Patrol, but I actually got caught up today. I don't know if the season's over or if at the time of this recording, which is absolutely the day before Thanksgiving.
100%.
All our Christmas trees are up. You can see.
Yes.
Well, no one really knows. It could be
Come
any
drive
time
our
after Halloween.
windows. Yeah.
Our Christmas tree is actually up.
Mars is not.
As of the time of this recording, it's been up for almost a week and a half.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to do any of it, so I'm fine.
We don't like putting it up, or I don't like putting it up. If Nikki liked putting it up enough, it'd probably already be up. But our excuse now is like, Henry's birthday,
Yep.
December 5th.
There you go.
Not going up until after his
That's
birthday.
pretty good.
Perfect.
I hate putting up the Christmas tree.
Yeah,
so much.
what I hate the most about it is getting it out of the attic. That's what I hate the most. Like, I hate that enough to where it's like, maybe we should get a real tree. But then I got to get it home.
You gotta get it home, and you gotta set it up.
Yeah,
and
the
it's in
Honda
a
can't do
special
that.
Stand and
I gotta move the dead horse back there so I can get to our tree and then drag it back out. It's awful.
It's a nightmare.
the
and Josh Nance got to move him where he's cryogenically sealed and the dead horse. All the Tadpog bits are back there in front of the Christmas tree.
And you're
You got to move those around.
because you have
The
a
cloud of
tube.
negativity is blocking your path.
Yeah, and it's ether cube back
Yeah.
there.
Trainsy's back there, chugging Mondo.
Dry tubs and Cave Manny.
He's
back there.
Cave Manny guarding the tree. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. That's all we've come
That's
up
it.
with for the
It's only
past
been-
9 years.
It's only been a decade.
Schmeehan's back there.
Yeah, we put him on ice too. We're actually feeding him from the dead horse through a tube.
and large
dickhead.
sprites.
Hate that guy.
Yeah.
Hate that guy. So anyway, I got caught up on doing
Cario's back
Cario's
there.
back there.
Let me know when it's cool for me to start.
I knew. I was like, I'm gonna do one. I can do
know
one
you're
more.
gonna
He's
get
gonna
me.
get
I
frustrated.
knew you were gonna get
There's
me.
really no telling. There's really
know,
no telling
I
when
know.
it's going to end.
I don't know why I'm not used to it yet.
It's like Overwatch in here.
Maybe less frustrating than that.
And less pornography?
It's anyone's guess.
I mean, I can tell you there ain't enough.
There's not nearly enough. Too many impressionable youths come in this room for there
See
to
that
be
frog
any
pussy that's back there?
significant- Yeah,
Oh, yeah. That
forgot
tree's
about
in
the
there.
frog pussy. Oh goodness, you guys. So there was that, and then the 22nd of November is the anniversary of John F. Kennedy's assassination, which is today. Well, it was last week on Tuesday, the 22nd. We watched there's a movie or miniseries called 11/22/63.
Stephen King.
Based on the book by Stephen King, starring
It's got a Franco in it, doesn't
Franco James. Franco,
Jimmy
James.
Franco.
Pedophile,
it? Is that right?
allegedly.
Really?
I hadn't heard
yeah.
that.
I
Is he
did
in
not know
cahoots
that.
with the
Grooming
principal?
underage girls on Instagram and shit, and Seth Rogen won't work with them anymore.
Oh, I did hear about that actually. The whole Seth Rogen thing kind of reminded me. I'd forgotten about that. Well, anyway,
What about Dave Franco?
Dave Franco's
Dave's
cool,
fine.
man.
Is he in the clear?
Dave's fine.
Only fucks MILFs, I hear.
He's the
He likes them older. He likes them a lot older.
Complete opposite.
Gidilfs? What's a granddad fucker?
I think Gadilf.
A G-Dilf?
A G-Dilf. So we watched that because I had never seen it. It was pretty good. And then, I don't know, for some reason, we've watched a lot of movies in my house lately about mountain climbing disaster.
I thought you were going to say Christmas. That's way different.
We're not at Christmas yet, but we're getting there. When Colin comes over every afternoon after school, there's usually a Christmas movie on.
Wasn't James Franco in that? What was 28 Days? Is that the movie? No, that's the Sandra Bullock. What's the one where he cuts his leg off with a pocket knife?
he gets stuck in the rocks. Yeah.
It was like 27 hours or 127 hours.
Oh,
is what
okay.
it's called.
Wow, I had a 2 in there. That was right, I guess. That was a disaster.
That was. Well, we watched a lot of mountain climbing disaster movies for some reason. I don't know. Not disaster movies, just like disastrous for the people in them. Mm-hmm. You know, people falling off the cliff faces and things, just terrible, horrifying. I don't know why we were watching these things.
I'm curious. Was like did somebody
Also,
like
lots of movies where people froze to death. Like
Yeah.
there was a movie where people got stuck on a ski lift that closed down.
I've seen this movie, and then the wolves
And
show
the
up.
wolves show
yeah,
up.
I've seen this movie.
I can't remember
the name of it either. I saw it a long time ago.
But I only
was good. I liked
it
it.
was a good movie. I only caught part of that because she was watching it while I was at work. But we watched one called Summit Fever, which was a good mountain climbing movie. Along the lines of what was the other one with Chris O'Donnell? Everest. It's called Everest. Bill Paxton's in it. That's one of his later movies before he passed away.
I think the ski lift movie was called Frozen.
Yes.
But not that one.
Not that Frozen. Not Disney's Frozen.
Yeah.
Just Frozen.
The
Yes.
Olaf origin story.
That's correct. Yes.
Where he gets torn apart by wolves.
And it doesn't seem to bother him for some reason.
No, it's fine.
But that's it. We haven't really done a whole lot of my usual TV watching. Doom Patrol took a while to get through. It was weird little show.
Yeah.
Good, but really, it's very out there. It's not going to be for everybody. I'll warn you. And I say yeah, meaning our listeners and you two. If you ever decide to watch it, it's a fine show. I liked it. Just weird.
Yeah, I don't know that. I feel like if I haven't gotten to it by now, it's going to be a really long time.
I really don't see this one aging well. Like
Really?
I don't
Is it
see it
edgy?
being. It's a little bit.
That's
maybe
what's
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
it. It's tough, man. It's
Your
tough for
mi-
edgy stuff to last, you know?
Exactly.
It's not evergreen.
Exactly. Your mileage may vary. In 3 or 4 years, I don't know that this will still be relevant. It might. It's not going to be relevant because it's not good. It's
Right,
like,
sure.
Like I said, it's edgy and new and freaky weird and all kinds of stuff. But I don't know that it's necessarily timeless. That could be said about a lot of things on TV right now. So get it while it's hot, people. But other than that, I've been playing Pokemon Scarlet.
Nice. Are you liking that?
I am. I do. I like it better than Pokemon. I think I had Shield.
Yeah.
I didn't care for that. I don't know why I like this one more. But I'm playing that. Cohen got Scarlet as well, and then Gage got Violet. And I think we're probably gonna team up because you can play like
They should have named the other one after another character from Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
they should have. Violet
Pokemon
Beauregard.
Augustus.
Yeah.
Augustus.
That one has a shrinking Pokemon, right? Didn't he shrink? Is he the one that goes in the TV?
Augustus is
That's
the
Mike
one
TV.
that eats.
Ah, that
that's
is.
Mike TV.
You're right.
Augustus
Augustus Loop.
falls in the Chocolate
Yeah.
River.
All right. Man, you guys are good with this.
Yeah, Violet's.
I just
the one
watched a
that,
big thing about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory like yesterday.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Violet's the one that eats the gum.
Right. Violet, you're turning violet.
Turns into a blueberry.
Right. That one I feel like is the easiest to remember. But if I remember Augustus's last name, I might have remembered his too.
And then there was some other kid,
Charlie.
Charles, or I don't know, Chucky.
Charles P. Chocolate.
Yeah, I think that's right. But anyway, I've been enjoying that, and I played Overwatch 2 with Drew the other night.
Drew of Barbecue Baron Drew fame.
Yes, and we played and sucked really bad.
Oh, I was going to ask if you guys whipped the llama's ass.
We did not whip the llama's ass. We were no Winamp, but it was still fun. We had a good time.
I'm glad it was fun. Are you playing as Diva? Is Diva your main?
So here's the thing about Overwatch 2, and I didn't know this was a thing. You know, they have role queuing now, so each team has a support or 2 supports, 2 damage, and 1 tank.
Mm-hmm.
And you queue for whatever role you want to play. And usually, if you queue for support, you're getting right in a game. So I've been playing mostly support, and getting good with like most of the support characters. So it's kind of a little bit more of a well-rounded experience. There's like 8 support characters in that game, and I'm good with 6 or 7 of them. So
Because Drew was like the Mercy Man. Wasn't
he is the Mercy Man, and Mercy's one of the ones I'm not very good with. I just never have been. She's a really powerful character, but it helps to know what you're doing, and I've just never really clicked with Mercy. I've had a few really good games as her, but it's better for someone else that really, like him, that really grooves with that particular character to be playing him, because with one that knows what they're doing, you're all but indestructible. But Diva has always been my main. Like, back when I first started playing, Diva is my main character, and I'm usually really good with her. And I will, like, when I get tired of playing support or if I'm not in the mood, I will queue up and play as Diva. So I've had a few pretty good games as her as well, which is nice because I really I've always enjoyed that character a lot. And I'm glad they haven't like changed it a whole bunch because a lot of characters got nerfed and some of them aren't even in the rotation. Like there was a couple of characters they just took completely out of the rotation for a while. And I think they were doing some fixing on them, but nothing that was really affecting my gameplay. But yeah, so I played a couple of, mostly we played dual support the other night, and then there for a little while, towards the end of the night, I started queuing as tank. So yeah, it was fun. It was good.
That's I feel like I've asked you this before and you've answered it, but I can't remember.
Sure.
Is it free now? Is Overwatch like? Could I go home and be like, I'm gonna download Overwatch 2?
Yep.
Yeah, that's smart. That's
free to play, and you're not missing out on anything if you don't buy the battle pass or whatever. It's it's all cosmetic.
That's right, because they're doing that now. Yeah. We had talked about this. I just forgot.
Yeah, it's there, and it's all cosmetics and stuff. It's like 80 levels to that battle pass, so I'm nowhere near. It's that first battle pass for this since Overwatch 2 came out is going to end in like it's like another week or two maybe, but I won't play enough to get that far.
I think I go back and forth on battle passes because, man, on one hand, I think they're kind of neat that you unlock stuff the more you play, right? Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, it does get to a point where it feels like work.
Yeah, it does.
And it's like, oh, fuck, I got to log in. Mm-hmm. I got to log in to get my daily bonus.
To get my
and
money's
complete
worth.
my 3 quests. Yeah.
Yeah, and I generally don't spend a lot of time. With Multiverses, I was making an effort to do this every day to make sure I maxed out the battle pass.
Me too, and it fucking burned me right the fuck out.
I did that. I maxed it out. I got it all, which was cool. But with Overwatch, I just get in and play. And I don't really give a fuck.
I think that's like the way to do it. That's how I am with Fortnite, where it's like I do not give a shit about like it's constantly like you unlocked this, and I'm like skip.
Yeah.
Don't care.
I'll go through and look at what I've unlocked in the battle pass while I'm queuing for a game in Overwatch, but I rarely go out of my way to really give a shit otherwise.
Yeah,
and it's just because I do enjoy the game enough to not care. I do like the cosmetics and the stuff that they give out in Overwatch or what they used to do. But back then it was loot boxes and you had a shot at getting stuff. Now it's like if you want to, they have a shop and you can buy skin packs and stuff, but they're like priced the same as like Multiverses where one decent skin is $20.
Sure.
And I'm not forking over that kind of money for one skin. It's not worth it. I liked the loot box thing because it felt like part of the game. It felt like it was gambling. It was. And I know that's why they took it out because people were blowing just shit tons of money on it. And I would occasionally buy, a pack of them or whatever it was. You'd buy like 10 loot boxes for so much or whatever.
It always discouraged me because whenever something like that, whenever that option comes up, it's like, man, I'm going to drop $20 and I'm going to get fucking nothing. How mad am I going to be?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's like probably pretty upset where it's like, fuck, man, I spent $20 and all I got is some shit for a character I never play. You know what I mean?
And two, also, back then, one of the things they would say is if you buy this pack of loot boxes, you're guaranteed a legendary thing.
Yeah.
Or an epic thing. And that's fine until you've done it enough to where you've got all of them. And then you're getting dupes. And when you get dupes, then they would give you like credits, but they're not nearly the same obvious dollar value as what you already spent. So to a point, it got like, okay, I stopped buying them. And then, I don't know, it was probably 6 or 7 months later, I wasn't playing the game anymore because I didn't have a PC. So, but the cool thing was all that shit that I acquired all those years ago came through. It was still
that's
on my
nice.
account. So I
That's
still
cool.
have all the skins like I got for Diva and all the other characters
That's great.
on my account. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But I've just been using that one to pass the time. I've really enjoyed just not caring, like being like militant about it and worried about it. I just get and have fun. Play the Mystery Heroes game where it just randomly assigns you a player, a character, and then when you die, you get another one and another and another until the game's over. And it's just fun. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Nice.
What about you, Dave? What have you been up to?
I've been playing Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, a game that I've been sleeping on since like 2 years.
Okay, the
It came out-
PS5.
Yeah, it came out 2 years ago.
Okay.
And it's really good.
I've heard that.
It's really good. It's better than Marvel's Spider-Man with Peter Parker.
I haven't played any of those.
I mean, I like that one a lot too, but this one I'm actually going to finish because I got burnt out on the first one, on the one with Peter Parker, because it's just like, man, you do so many side quests are exactly the same. It's like, man, if I stop one more speeding car in this game, and then I got.
So did they fix that kind of thing, like side missions and stuff? To
Yeah.
where you're not doing so many repeated things.
Yeah, it's all like on an app now. So it's like if you want to do like those little piddly things, you can go into an app on in the game. It's not like you don't actually put it on your real phone in real life.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant.
No.
Was that there was a companion app.
That's why I wanted to clarify, because
Okay.
a lot of games do that kind of stuff now. No, this is like in the game, and then like you can access. So people put in requests for like, help, I'm stuck on I'm stuck in a skyscraper kind of thing. So they put the requests in that way.
That's neat.
Yeah, it's cool. And there's still some stuff that pops up on the map, like as you're traversing, which is like the best part of that game is traversal, where it's just like, it's really fun to get from one side of New York City to the other, because the web slinging in that game is like, they nailed it. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's great.
Down to the last detail.
It's perfect. It's ideal. So it's kind of one of those where it's like, man, that's makes a difference for me, because I got to a point where it's like I don't really like to play open world games so much, because I don't know, there's so many of them, and I just kind of feel burnt out on them. Is I guess mainly the thing. And then like I don't know, I played this, and it's like, because I stopped playing Ghost of Tsushima because I just got bored with it, and this is because. The real reason is it's like, well, I can see like how long it's going to take me to complete Ghost. A long time. A real long time. And then like Miles Morales, on the other hand, it's like I played it for a day, and it's like you get like a percentage of how far along. It's like 25%. And it's like, all right.
This is achievable.
Yeah, this is great. And it's also like fun to travel around the world instead of being like, fuck, this thing's all the way over there, and I got to like ride a horse, and like, it's nothing against riding a horse, but I mean, it's completely different than, slingshotting yourself off of the Empire State Building, and
Right.
like, so, I recommend, and I know it just came out on PC as well. I've been seeing it pop up on a lot of, Black Friday deals. So, big recommend. I don't know how it runs. I'm sure it runs fine, right? But like, I don't know. Then you get like, I'm curious to see what kind of like mods and stuff like come out.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
See Superman fly through from time to time.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the hell?
It's good.
Universe is this? This really is the multiverse.
And it all feels like, that the Arkham Knight style combat and stuff, because it's all Insomniac games, and it's like, yeah, it feels good. The combat feels good. There are some things that definitely still get repetitive, but they only make you do them like 6 or 7 times. So it's like some of the districts have like these underground facilities that you like break into kind of deal to like, the story's really interesting. I don't want to give a whole lot away, but it's like the Tinkerer's involved, and it all takes place canonically after the events from the first Marvel Spider-Man game. So that's cool too, how they kind of tie it together. And Miles is always struggling throughout the whole thing about like he doesn't feel like he's the real Spider-Man, and like so they really get into that, and it's good. It really is. It's good, and like the Prowler gets involved, and it's nice. But it is also nice to know where it's like this is like a pretty snappy game where it's like I don't feel like I'm gonna be playing this for 80 hours. Like this is like a 25-hour kind of deal. So yeah, it's nice.
See, I kind of gave up. I was playing Cyberpunk, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
but I gave up because I just knew I wasn't progressing.
Is that a long one?
I think it looked like it was going to be a real long one.
Yeah,
and I just don't
like the dongs in the game.
Yeah,
you can make when you character creation.
Circumcised, uncircumcised, your choice.
They go into that. Yeah,
you can be.
That's nice.
Either or.
You're like, well, if you go uncircumcised, then you are going to have more sex, but you'll finish faster, so it all evens out.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I play a female in that game. I play a female in every game.
How big is her dong?
Huge. It's the biggest one I could make.
Nice.
Since the early 90s, playing female characters in video games.
With big dongs.
With great big dongs when possible.
Right, sure.
Like Pokemon Scarlet, couldn't assign the genitals in that game for some reason. No.
Did you choose to play a Scarlett Johansson in that one? Or
kind of.
Yeah.
I didn't even, now that you mention it, I didn't mean to, but yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
She's got the hair and yeah. Well, there's my subconscious coming right up to the surface.
I also watched a good comedy special. Ari Shafir's got a new special on YouTube. It's free to watch, and it's great. It's called Jew, and it is real dark and real funny. I think it's like an hour and a half long, and it went by real fast. I love that it's on YouTube, and because it's free and there's like no ad breaks, so I don't know. I didn't look into it, like how you're making money on this. I hope you are somehow. But,
but haha, funny. Thank you.
But this is great. Yeah, absolutely. And he goes into like, I didn't know this, but he went to seminary for like years, studying to become a rabbi. And then now he's an atheist, and like he goes into like, so he talks about all like the things that he thinks are weird about Judaism, and then goes into some of the other like religions and stuff like that, and it's very good. It's really good. I recommend.
Check that out for sure.
I've been playing a pinball game on the Game Boy. Called Revenge of the Gator.
Revenge of the Gator.
Revenge of the Gator by HAL Laboratories.
HAL, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, Data Kirby people.
Kirby, thank you. I was trying to
Earthbound.
And the Earthbound.
Earthbound.
It's good. It's fun. I've been playing it while watching the Bob Newhart show. So that
my God, I love that you're watching the Bob Newhart show.
I love the Bob Newhart show. I've never seen Newhart.
Oh, I love that show too.
But the Bob Newhart show used to come on Nick at Night.
Yeah.
And what I would play like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on my Game Gear while, watching the Bob Newhart. Tyler, do you remember the Nick at Night used to have like the best like in-house commercials for the shows.
Yes.
Do you remember the Bob Newhart one?
Remind me.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that all it was the theme song of the show with lyrics that they have made that are just Bob Newhart.
Oh yes, I actually do remember that.
Bob Newhart.
Yes, I do remember.
I might be making this up, but like, I was on this like Revenge of the Gator binge, and it's like 4 hours of the Bob Newhart show. Like I'm going to get a Coke Zero from the fridge, and I'm singing this Nick at Night interstitial.
Let's see if I can find it.
Man,
I'm old enough to remember when Bob Newhart was actually on TV.
You must have been a small child.
I was.
Yeah.
I was very young, but I do remember my parents watched it, and then it was just on in syndication. So I would watch it every afternoon after school. It would be on it would be that, and then the Carol Burnett hour, the Carol Burnett show, which is fucking chef's kiss, perfect show. I love that show.
Melissa's wanting to go see Vicki Lawrence at a con in a few months.
I would highly recommend that. I would love to meet Vicki Lawrence. just to see whatever she's up to. I support because she's awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, I remember that. But I really got into Newhart when the Bob Newhart show. No, I was into the Bob Newhart show in syndication, but when Newhart came on, it was on like every Friday night on CBS or something. We watched it religiously, and that was a really good show too. And then of course the absolutely perfect ending to that series,
right?
Which everybody knows about.
Famous ending, yeah.
God, I remember, and I think I've mentioned this on the show before. I remember that being the first time I got the joke. Like, I got a reference to something that I already knew about, and it was a complete surprise, but that feeling was like, oh fuck, I get it. That's the yeah, and I was young enough to still not.
And then Doctor Strange opened the portal.
right, exactly. No, it just blew my fucking
the
mind.
Newhart verse.
Yeah.
He's still alive. It could happen.
It could.
He's old.
He's old.
He's in his 90s.
He's awesome.
Damn.
So
him and Dick Van Dyke, they need to do a show right now
they
together.
They definitely do. And if both of those people die this week, it's not our fucking
famous
fault.
nonagenarian.
Yeah, we
Dick Van Dyke and Bob Newhart.
God, now I definitely regret bringing him up. Fuck.
Well, he's fine until we mentioned how old he was.
I know. The reason I started watching it, I had the desire to watch the Bob Newhart show because I watched it as a kid, and then also at the Palmer House Hilton where I was staying in Chicago. The decorations for the hallways were really nice. They were
like that 70s Art Deco kind of look.
There was a lot of Art Deco like in the lobby kind of deal, but in the like in the hallways for the rooms, they had these large portraits of actors and actresses, and I don't know if they stayed there or I don't even know if Bob Newhart, like is Bob Newhart from Chicago? I would assume he's not, but maybe he is. I don't know, but he was one of them, and his photograph was like near my room, and so I would pass it every day, like going to work, coming back from work, going out to dinner, coming back from dinner. And I just saw him enough times where it was like, fuck, man, I want to watch the Bob Newhart show. I haven't watched the Bob Newhart show in a minute.
You talking about it has got me wanting to watch it again. Like, I might start watching that one just in my spare time.
It's a good show.
It ran until 1978. So, yeah, I definitely do remember it being on TV.
I think it might have started in 78.
No, it started in 72, which was the
Was
year
this Newhart or the Bob Newhart show?
The Bob Newhart show.
Oh, okay.
Aired on CBS from September 16th, 1972, which was just a little less than a year before I was born.
Okay.
And then it went off the air on April 1st, 1978.
Okay. So when did Newhart? When did that pick up? I'm asking. I could look it up too, I guess.
No,
but.
I got the
your Oracle
computer, the Oracle up in front of me. That one went from October 25th, 1982 until May 21st, 1990.
Damn.
Big, long 9 seasons on that guy. 8 seasons.
But Bob Newhart was born in Oak Park, Illinois.
Okay.
Which is right
That's there.
His alma mater is Loyola University, Chicago.
Wow.
And then Bob Newhart show took place in Chicago.
I felt like it took place in Chicago.
I didn't recognize it at all.
I was just getting ready to check. Well, it was 1970.
Sure.
So.
And his nephew, Paul Britton, I recognize that name. He was on SNL.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. When was he on SNL? Like as a cast member, I'm assuming.
He was a cast member now, 2007 until now.
Wow. That's his nephew?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll keep an eye out for him. I watched the Dave Chappelle hosted SNL. That's the most.
That was good.
Yeah,
it was a good one.
That's all that I've seen from this season, I think.
I think they want him to host every time after a big election.
Yeah.
Is like their plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
The credits feature the Cooper Black typeface.
Yeah, man.
After it was made famous in 1966 by its use in the artwork for the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds album.
It's big in Garfield as well.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, Cooper Black's the Garfield font, pretty much.
Anyway, so cool. Yeah. I love that you're enjoying that. What was it called? Gator.
Revenge of the Gator.
Revenge of the Gator.
Yeah.
This is a pinball game. It's
a pinball
on
game.
the Game Boy.
A pinball game on the Game Boy, and I'm tempted to. I haven't even asked Nikki if she'd be interested in this or not. Maybe I should before I go through this trouble. But like, I've been tempted to like reach out to Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn and be like, man, let's make another one of those, because like I'm running into so many Game Boy games where it's just like that have link capabilities. Revenge of the Gator has link capabilities, but like. It's something I wouldn't expect in a pinball game, because I'm like, okay, so what is it? Like one player plays and then the next player plays,
Like
or
in
is it
pinball,
right?
Yeah.
Or is it simultaneous play and then at the end your scores added up? No, man, it's like depending on how well you play, it's kind of like Tetris. It sounds like, where it's like if you're playing well, like obstacles start showing up on the pinball table. So I don't know. I also just kind of want another Game Boy, so I like to get a Game Boy Color going, you know. So
my Retroid shipped,
nice,
so that should be coming sometime in the next 3 to 4 months.
Awesome.
I'm sure.
My the Skins game came in yesterday. Yeah,
was it everything you hoped it would be?
It really was. It really was, man. And it's like awesome. I opened it up and I was like, that fucking instruction manual. I swear no one ever opened it because it was like, it felt really crisp. It felt real good to open it. And it was like, wow, this is like a time capsule.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Damn.
Tyler?
I've been reading The Lost Metal.
What's that?
Which that is, so I think I've talked about the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So the Mistborn series, Brandon Sanderson has the Cosmere, so he has multiple series that all link together in his universe called the Cosmere.
Universe.
They all interact. They all have like relations. There's like a big overarching story that includes all these planets in this system where all these books take place. Because Mistborn was one of his first ones, and like the original trilogy is Era 1, and then The Lost Metal is the last book in Era 2, which is like the first one is sort of set in a dystopian world that might be like the beginnings of industrialization, and then this one is like the Wild West coming into like cars and shit like that.
Okay.
Still using the same magic system, and it's really cool. I don't know how that advances.
Are they on? They're on different planets.
These are all on the same planet.
Okay.
Because each planet is you still find out all the details, like little, just bit by bit, in all the main series and the novellas and stuff like that. But apparently there was like a god that was killed and split into 16 pieces. And these people each took these 16 pieces and scattered throughout the universe. And they're essentially gods, and all the magic systems on these different planets come from these gods, and they're aspects of the main god that they killed.
So if you have a piece of the main god, you're a god essentially.
Yep.
Okay.
And then so like the planet Mistborn takes place on that there were two gods that are aspects of the main god. So ruin and preservation are the gods in the Mistborn world. So then they beget all their magic is based on metals, which I love. So it's actual, real for the most part, some, made up metals. But like if you're a Mistborn, you can use all metals. Otherwise, you're a Misting and you can use one. So the book is about the one main character is a Mistborn, and then it's almost like Blades in the Dark. They have their own little gang where they're trying to overthrow this tyrannical leader, and learn how the girl who is the main character is working with all these Mistings who over their lifetimes have mastered their individual metals, so that she's trying to learn how to do everything with. And then all the stuff taught from that novel ties into the second series, because I won't say who, but like one of the characters from the first one becomes God in the second one. So then how he was in the first one, to seeing him come to terms with godhood in the background of this series, and how it changes with the Industrial Revolution and how politics change. And you finally this is the first book I've read of all the fucking Sanderson books I've read that really starts to dig into the big overall story. the Cosmere wide story. It's so fucking good. Really, really enjoying it.
Cool.
Awesome.
And then last week I started streaming Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door.
I saw you were doing that.
That's fun.
You
That's
liking
really, really
it?
fun.
The
I
Paper
am.
Mario games are so good.
It's the only N64 game that I loved.
Yeah.
Only one. Everything else is like, at best, like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, but that's the one game that I was like, fuck yeah, this one.
I played the shit out of the one that came out, the Origami King that came out
Yeah.
on Switch. Played that. I played that one all the way through. Those are great games.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool.
No, I so much so that like I streamed until like 15 minutes before we came out here playing it again because I wanted to play it some more. So, yeah, really enjoying that.
Cool.
That's what I've been doing. You guys want to do a draft?
Sure.
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
Well,
We discussed.
again. Simpsons characters are on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving sides. I suggested Thanksgiving sides. I believe it was,
Sides.
as opposed to just saying turkey. You know,
Yeah.
I think turkey's kind of a given. Turkey ham. But I'm talking about the sides that go
Sides. The
with it.
dessert's a side, right?
A dessert would be a
Desserts
side.
factor in.
Yeah, just not main course stuff.
Okay.
Or Christmas something. I can't remember what I suggested. It was,
Songs? Christmas songs?
Saints.
I don't
Christmas
have.
saints.
Our favorite saints.
I don't have a list of favorite Christmas songs.
I could more easily come up with Christmas songs than are there 15 Thanksgiving sides?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, let's
But
do
we'll
that one.
Simpsons. We do Simpsons characters too. I feel like we all nail that one.
I said Christmas movies.
Christmas movies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that's another thing that's great about Miles Morales is it takes place at Christmas.
So it
Oh,
counts.
perfect.
So
Enough cutscenes that it counts.
Yeah.
it totally counts.
Up to you
But it's
guys.
just nice this time of year. Dead Rising 4 takes place at Christmas. Something about playing it too.
Do you want to assign numbers to those three things and then roll that magical bean footage?
Okay.
It's we can do whatever. I mean, if you guys have one you prefer to do.
I'd rather be forced by fate
Okay.
to make that decision. So 1, Simpsons characters, 2, Thanksgiving sides, and 3 is Christmas movies.
Okay.
And if you roll a 4, we end the show
Okay.
forever.
Leave.
Can we all? Let's all agree. If you roll a 4, the show's done.
Fair.
It's
All
4.
right, thank you,
All
everybody,
right, thanks everybody for listening.
for all the years of fun.
We'll catch you. Yeah, I guess.
I feel like I
Watch
hardly knew
Tyler's
you.
stream. It's the only remaining vestige of TADPOG. Ian, I'm glad you could join us for a year.
Glad to have been here.
Oh man, but I feel like Robin Williams and Aladdin.
Jimmy's underwater helmet is cracked now. Roll a 4.
I got my Alex Kidd money and I'm out.
The horse is alive. It's walking out of here. Well, we should finish this one.
I guess. Yeah, I guess
All
we
right.
probably should.
All right. We want to roll again?
If you roll a 4 again, the show's done.
He just rolled a 4.
It's done.